What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of ENA We Got Time. I'm Alex here. Today we got a special segment, something I've been working on for a little while. This segment is on contenders for next year. So this upcoming NFL season, I picked 4 teams, 2 from the AFC, 2 from the NFC, earlier draft picks that are going to make an immediate impact on them next year and also going to help in the win column. First up, Kansas City, we got Trent McDuffie from Washington, 5'11", 195. He ran a 4.44, really good speed. He made third team All-American, first team All Pac-12 last year. Really good press man corner, willing tackler. He has the talent to be a lockdown corner, but there are some things in his game he needs to work on. Also in college, he didn't really face that much NFL talent in the Pac-12, so that was one of the knocks on him. But coming up, he has probably one of, in my opinion, one of the hardest rookie seasons coming up, because in Kansas City, he has to go against Juju and Nicole Hardman every single day. Also, playing the Raiders twice, he got to deal with Adams, Renfro twice a year. Maybe even sometimes he's on Waller. Also, Denver, they have Judy and they have Sutton. That's not going to be an easy task. The Chargers, you have Mike Williams, who's 6'5". You have Keenan Allen, also, who's an extremely great route runner. So I think, he has his work cut out for him, but I believe he will make an immediate impact on that Chiefs defense if he plays up to the standard I think he will. Sticking with the AFC, next up, the Bills. We got James Cook from Georgia, the running back, coming in at 5'11", 195. He ran a 4.42, which was extremely well. Really good all-around running back. Really great also in the receiving part of his game. He had almost 300 yards, and he also did some punt return and kick return as well. A couple knocks on him. He's not that great in the blitz pickup. He does have great breakaway speed in the open field, but I do not see him on any 4th and 1 goal line situations. I just think that's not exactly the type of running back he is. He is, however, really great after watching film on him, being patient and running in between the tackles and waiting for his opportunity, waiting for that hole to open up. So overall, I think he's going to help that Bills run game extremely. I know they've been kind of doing running back by committee, but I think he steps in, and I think he solidifies that number 1 running back role, which I think they really needed, and another element to their game that will help them go a little further next year. Next up, this one is my personal favorite. Trey McBride from Colorado State. He got picked by Arizona, tight end. 6'4", 250 pounds, ran a 4.54, which is really good for a tight end. I know everybody overhypes the 40 time and try to make it seem like it's the end-all be-all, but that's more than good enough for me for a tight end. He was an All-American this past year. He's a 4-year starter, so he has enough experience. Also, he won the John Mackey Award, which goes to the best tight end in college football. So I think that really helps his case on what he can do coming up. He also had over 1,000 yards this past year, which is really good. He didn't really have that many touchdowns. I want to say he only had about 3 or 4, maybe system, maybe not. But he is great in the open field, catching the ball. He's willing to go across the middle. He's really good on those short out routes. He's a willing blocker, which, that's kind of a good thing in today's system. I know a lot of tight ends are just really good at catching the ball, and they kind of slack on the blocking aspect. But he does a good enough job when it comes to blocking. Also, while looking at his tape, I saw a lot of short third downs where they were getting him the ball. So in my opinion, he's going to be an excellent option for Kyler Murray. Good, sure hands. I think he's going to excel immensely in the Arizona offense. Also, D-Hop is going to miss a couple games, so they're going to be without him. I think he's really going to jumpstart that offense. And also, like I said, with D-Hop being out, I think he's going to help that team excel in the first couple of games. And when D-Hop comes back, I think they're going to be a force in that division. Lastly, Alontae Taylor, cornerback from Tennessee, drafted by the Saints, 6 foot, 195. He ran an amazing 4.36, which is really good for a corner. He did play quarterback in high school, which a lot of people may think that may not mean anything. I think that's going to help. Just having a connection with a receiver, knowing when to throw the ball. I think by him playing corner, I know he's going to know what to look for when the receiver's ready to get the ball and when the quarterback will be throwing the ball. He was all SEC 14, but the SEC is a hard division, so I can't knock him for that. Watching this film, he was a really good tackler in open field, which I was surprised by. A lot of corners really aren't that good in open field, so that was really good to see. Great anticipation on the ball. He jumped a good amount of routes this past year. Took a couple to the house. So I think he's going to excel opposite of Lattimore. So I think even though I think he's going to be a huge impact, I think he's going to be a huge impact because not only is he taking the number two receiver, but I think he does everything you would need for actually a CB1 to do. The only knock I have on him, he's not that good in run plays, blitz pickup, stuff like that. He's not going to be in blitz pickup situations, is what I meant to say. Sorry about that. So I think overall, I think he's going to help that Saints defense, which is already, if I'm not mistaken, finished top 10 last year. So I think the Saints, they really got it right with this pick for sure. Overall, the premise of this video was to point out 4 rookies who are going to make an immediate impact on their team. And I think it's going to pop up in the win column. And who knows, maybe 1 or 2 of these guys might make a Pro Bowl. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. I'll also be doing a video on some teams that weren't so good, that didn't make the playoffs, that a couple picks that they made are going to do immensely well this coming year. This video was just for the contenders. Next video is for the teams that are up and coming. Let me know what y'all think. Once again, I appreciate you for y'all time. This is ENA We Got Time, and we out.